Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any indication, the Mavericks certainly look ready too. Season's greetings and Merry Christmas to everyone joining us here at 2K Sports. It's time for a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kyrie Irving.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Mike Conley. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Mavericks, Thompson, the small forward, Washington holding down the 4. The 2 stars in the backcourt, Luka and Kyrie. And it's Gafford in at the center position. Well, Grant, there's a lot to love about Christmas Day, not the least of which are the great NBA matchups we always get.
Oh, B.A., we've seen some Christmas classics over the years, haven't we? Something about playing on this holiday brings out the best in players and teams.
Now here's Washington. Gafford passes to Thompson. That three's off the mark. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. Back to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Thompson. Offensive rebound. Here's Edwards, picked by Gobert. Tries again. Shot is good by Edwards.
Yeah, I really like when Edwards shows this kind of patience, allowing the play to develop over time.
Irving, the pass to Washington. Doncic, a screen on Randle. Thompson outside. To the paint. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Here's Edwards. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards, taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's DiVincenzo. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Here's Gobert. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Klay Thompson picks one up.
Well, look, just the sheer size of Gobert is a problem in there.
Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one, too, assuming his countryman, Victor Wembanyama, doesn't start taking the reins.
First one falls for him. Well, Grant, as long as the Mavs have Luka Doncic, they'll be a contender in the West.
Yeah, no doubt. Luka is the special guy who can carry a team. He's an MVP candidate year in and year out, and Dallas is just very lucky to have him.
Both good from the line that time. And you got to give this Dallas front office credit for how they've acquired quality role players, Grant.
Well, B.A. in particular adding length and athleticism. That's helped them defensively, as well as providing some lob targets for Luka and Kyrie.
Now here's Gafford, currently averaging 5 points a game. Knocks down the triple.
Don't blink or you'll wonder what Kyrie did with the ball.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Edwards. And the layup is good off the glass. Edwards got 6 points. Mavericks trail by 3. And And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over and stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Get ready to dance. Everyone, watch it.
Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You look at the Mavericks. Here around the midway point, they've proven to be a top 3 team in their conference. And of course the Timberwolves, only 2 spots back.
Checking out Dallas, give them credit. I mean, they've been playing very well this season, but they can't afford to take their foot off the gas pedal right now. They know they have a bullseye on their backs.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
Now here's Doncic. 17 points in his last outing. Thompson, that's good.
With perfect mechanics, too. Klay Thompson's jumper is a work of art, an all-time shooter.
Here's Edwards. No luck on that one. Nice D from Gafford. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Last time they came together was in Minneapolis, where they fell to the Timberwolves.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
Well, when it's all said and done, their offense just wasn't enough. They needed more on that end.
Knocks it down from distance.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Now here's Doncic. Yet to see a basket. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Randall finds Gobert. Outside for Randall. Picked by Gobert. To the inside. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
With his giant frame, Gobert sets a good screen and then just pivots into open position.
Doncic passes to Washington. Pass to Irving. All alone. Edwards pulls it in.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Doncic. An aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. Irving, the pass to Doncic. Again, the miss by Dallas.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Edwards against Thompson. Randall deciding where to go with it. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Outside Irving. To stop the drought. Drains the triple. Irving's got 6 points.
A huge part of Kyrie's game. He's so good at capitalizing from outside.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Gobert. Here's Edwards from outside the arc. No luck on that one. Doncic up top, guarded by Edwards. And Doncic hammers it home.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Edwards for 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And welcome back, one and all, for more NBA Christmas Day action. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? And don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. Look, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster, Coach?
0.
First team foul.
Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
So for Minnesota right now, Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Naz Reid out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. The free throw drops for Lively. Well, Coach, Minnesota turning back the clock last year. Most of their lineups had multiple bigs.
Yeah, and we saw how effective it was, especially on defense. Minnesota led the league in defensive rating by a wide margin, and that length was a key factor.
Kleba, he's checked in for the Mavericks. He hits the second from the line. And Stan, after they traded for Rudy Gobert, it took some time for the Wolves to gel.
It did, Brian. He's a unique player, and it's a process. But obviously a 14-win improvement last season. They have found their identity as a defensive juggernaut.
And he makes all 3. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Edwards. Pass to Reid. Lively against Edwards. No good from 11 feet. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. Here's Grimes. Irving looking around. Nails it from 3. Irving's got 9 points.
And the handles Kyrie has are out of this world. He uses them so well in screen and roll action.
McDaniels, and the layup falls. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Left side Irving. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Now here's Alexander Walker. No points so far. Outside Edwards. Pass to Reid. Shoots over Lively. Reid can't hit.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Outside Irving. Nice D from Alexander Walker.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Outside Ingles. Edwards for three. That won't go. He's 5 for 12 now. The Mavericks leading. Outside Irving. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
And coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guard, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Here's McDaniels. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Here's McDaniels. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
And now it's time to take a look at the top defensive teams in the league right now. The fourth spot held by Minnesota.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
Free throw good, McDaniels. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. And he can't hit the second. Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. For Dallas, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. And stolen by Edwards. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
Timeout. And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Checked in for Exum. And the Timberwolves also making a change. DiVincenzo's checked in. Washington passes to Gafford. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half. Here's Doncic. 6 to shoot. Doncic throwing his weight around.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randall. Gobert with a screen on Washington. Randall, good.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Washington outside. Now here's Thompson. Launches a three. Randall pulls down the board.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Outside Conley. And here's McDaniels. Mavericks with the rebound. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Thompson with it, down guarded by McDaniels. And the dunk by Gafford.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Here's Randall. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Randall's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
And here's Doncic outside. The shot comes out. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with P.J. Washington. P.J., what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot. It's all good. Hey, give it up for our contestant.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. And the next topic to touch on, a look at which players might be appearing in the upcoming dunk contest.
This is a contest where sometimes you get guys who don't play much. So a lot of their best dunks happen in practice. Makes the evaluation a lot harder.
Word gets out though, Kenny.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The lead is 2. Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Irving and Thompson fill out the wings. And it's Doncic in at the 1. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half.
Yeah, as a shooter, Randall can be practically automatic. He gets the ball and immediately has a shot cooking.
Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Conley passes to Gobert. Outside, DiVincenzo. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And it's Doncic missing. Minnesota leading by 5. Outside Edwards. Pass to Conley. Randall, a screen on Doncic. For 3, Conley. It's rebounded by Dallas. Washington's got 5 rebounds in the game. Doncic outside. Oh, look at Luka taking the contact and finishing strong.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Here's DiVincenzo. Gafford grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 3. Irving, the pass to Washington. Good on the bucket.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Down low. DiVincenzo against Gafford. DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Well, that's why you feed Gobert near the rim. He makes the most of those easy opportunities.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Daniels is checked in for DiVincenzo. And we have the league leaders over the last 10 games. This list is best scoring point guards. Luka Doncic 4th.
You know, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded offensive talents in the league.
Well, that's one of the biggest changes in the league over the years. Point guards are now expected to score. They have to do more than just pass.
Now here's Washington. Outside Irving. Pass to Washington. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Here's Randall. And that one's long. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Doncic finds Irving. Back to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. For the tie. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Irving against Edwards. Pass to Conley. Over Doncic. The shot by Conley, no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 3-point game. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka Magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Exum's checked in for Washington, and it's Grimes in for Kyrie Irving. Outside Edwards. Knocked away. It's stolen by Doncic. Pass to Grimes. And here's Gafford. Thompson outside. Thompson, a screen on Conley. Again, the miss by Dallas. Minnesota leading by 3. And he's going for the lob. It's picked off. Here's Grimes. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. The 3 from Thompson sinks it from distance.
Not too many players have ever had the feel for the three-point shot like Clay. He was born to shoot the deep ball.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Lively's checked in. And the Timberwolves making a change here. A minute and a half left to play in the third. Randall outside. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And Minnesota making a change here. Ingles is checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Number 7, Joe Ingles.
.119 left in the third. Here's Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
It's his first trip to the line.
Luka Doncic taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And when we talk about franchise players, guys who can carry a team, Luka Doncic is one of the few guys in that category.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
To the wing, right side. Randall, right side. They double Randall. Back to Alexander Walker. Just 5 on the clock. Ingles, no good. Dallas has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Back to Doncic. Beyond the arc. Rebound Minnesota. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Ingles. Pass to Randall. They double Randall. Outside Reed. Here's McDaniels. Defended by Thompson. Lets it fly. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. McDaniels got 5 points. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Oh, Thompson from deep three-point land. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's Minnesota up by 1. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. So for Minnesota right now, Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Joe Ingles is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1. Count it.
Has there been a better finisher than Kyrie? I'm not sure I've even seen one. He's just unreal at the rim.
Outside Edwards. Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And the shot's good by Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
And ladies and gentlemen, there's no wet spot out there. He was just broken down.
Yeah, you don't see guys weak-legged like that very often. We'll be seeing that play for weeks to come.
Now here's Ingles. Back to Alexander Walker. Tries it from the top of the key. Lively grabs the miss. Exum outside. Pass to Irving. Lively against Reed. An open look for Irving. Reed with the rebound.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
McDaniels passes to Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Washington's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Exum passes to Irving. Washington, a screen on McDaniels. Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Irving. The jumper from the wing off target. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Edwards, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Grimes. Again, the miss by Dallas. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. They now take the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Different look for Dallas. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Thompson comes in for Exum. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Grimes. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Ingles. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Conley subbed in for Alexander Walker. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
The Timberwolves trail. Conley passes to Gobert. Tipped away. Gobert, too strong.
Well, when you need a bucket, you can go to Gobert, a high percentage scorer who doesn't waste his attempts.
Doncic with it. Washington outside. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Thompson against Edwards. The 3. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Doncic passes to Washington. Jacks up a 3. It's kept alive. Irving for 3. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Irving's got 21.
Irving never gives you less than his best. He's working so hard to find those much-needed points.
A minute 4 left in the final quarter. Here's Edwards. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
He's built like a linebacker, Edwards is. So tough to stop.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
You see why he's one of the guys they want at the line in these situations.
Doncic finds Washington. Doncic against Conley. Money! And that one brings them within 1.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now here's Edwards. Randall a screen on Thompson. Edwards for 3. Washington grabs the miss. So it's all come down to this.
It's really that time when your leaders must step up.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to have to go for the 3 and try to force OT.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout, and Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
Long range from the inbound. Thompson, no good. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 3-point lead. He misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he's able to hit the second one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. The 3 from Washington. It falls! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings them within one. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game. There's 6 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back, because these guys are very talented, and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, Anthony Edwards.